Good morning, everyone. It's Dustin. Hopefully, you had a wonderful 4th of July and a great start to the week here on Monday if you traded. This week I am increasing my risk to reward from 0.75 to 1 to try to capture a little bit more profit on the moves. I done really well last week with my discipline journey, so this week I decided to move up. If everything goes well this week, I'll move up to 1 to 1, a full 1 to 1 risk to reward, and then beyond that, if everything goes well, I'll start moving my targets to what I see would be my logical target, and then managing the trades up from there to see how things go. This week is going to be focusing on the same rules, same trades, same setup, same everything, evaluating the day, whether it's a A, B, C, or an F setup, and using the resources that I have to determine that and the knowledge that I have to determine that, and then implementing the trades as they show up. I'm really trying to do only one trade a day. If it's a winner, then I'm done. If I lose a trade and I see a potential for another trade, I will try to recapture that, even though it is a negative risk to reward right now. So if I lost that one, it'd really be bad. So that's kind of depending on the day. I would take the flip if we flip the range or something like that. But this discipline journey is really to help me get back to the mental place that I need to be able to take the trades and manage the trades appropriately without holding on for more, just hoping and praying that it gets there, or in a drawdown, if I wind up getting stopped out, turning right around and entering the trade again because, oh, it just wicked me out, now it's going higher. I kind of got into that with trying to stretch my trades further, so that's the purpose of this whole discipline journey. So as I go through each week, or each day of the week rather, I'm going to do the short videos just like I did last week. I'm trying to work on my editing skills to increase that. If you have any potential improvements that I can make, please let me know and I will try to implement that. And as I trade, you'll see the journey just as I'm living it. So it's not something where recording after the fact just to do it. This is my actual trade review of the trades. I'm showing the screen, showing the trades that I took. And I'm doing this on top of using TradeZilla to document everything. So really trying to push my discipline further here and get to where I can trade. I want to say second nature, but it's, subconsciously take the trades and consciously take the trades without trying to force trades, without trying to hold out for more if the market's showing me that. That's one of the things that I realized when I was reviewing everything before starting this journey as well. I would get into a trade, and then as the trade is going against me, I'm just hoping that it's going to turn around rather than looking at the market and saying, yeah, sellers are definitely in control here. I need to just close this trade out. And then I would get stopped out and then be like, oh, well, we're pushing back higher right now, so I'm just going to re-enter it again. I completely got out of my disciplining and out of my trade criteria. So that's why I'm doing this. It's not that I'm just starting out trading. I've been trading for years. It's that I'm trying to reground myself so that I can move forward the way I need to with trading to get to where I want to be. So hopefully you learned something from this. We're going to go into today's trades right now. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Please like, subscribe, leave any comments that you have, and I'll get back to them as quickly as I can. Alright, so starting on the 1 hour chart here, this was my reservations for this morning. So when I came in, you can see I had this little box drawn on the 1 hour up here from Friday, or Thursday, sorry, because I didn't trade Friday. And we traded into it and then sold off hard. So as this sold off hard, this is a definite control shifting to the buyer, to the sellers and away from the buyers. So we sold off hard, and then you see we grinded up back down and then grinded back up. So as I came in this morning, I saw this sell off. I put the fib on here, noticed that we were at the 618, and just really wasn't comfortable, still not comfortable with a long until we take out this high up here. So on the 60-minute chart, this is what I was watching. You can see we are breaking higher above the pre-market high right now, but we pushed up pre-market, sold off hard again. And then as we came into market open, we were coming back up higher to market open. So that's what I was seeing on the 1 hour chart. The 15-minute chart is a little bit different of a story. So you can see we sold off hard through there, came back up, came up through VWAP, chopped around a lot through VWAP, went higher, came down, and now we're pushing back higher now. So VWAP on the 15-minute chart was giving me a little bit of a, we'll say, comfort in trading along, but I still wanted to stick with the overall higher time frame. And as we started this morning, we came in with the 15 minutes. We put in our orb down here, and then it was up. And then we pushed down, and then it was up. And then we pushed down, and it was up. So all of these things were positive signs of us being able to go higher. I did think that this was going to look like a reversal here in the beginning, and then we sold all the way down and pushed back up. So I was like, okay, the buyers are here. Just how long are they going to stick around was the question. So today, with the indicators of everything, I had it as an F, showing up on the. I had it as an F showing up on TradingView. So I was really nervous. I started to not trade at all. And then I was like, well, we do have this positive movement in the short term. So if we do go higher, there is a chance. I didn't see much higher. So on the 1 hour here, let me pull this back down. On the 1 hour, my target high of anything would have been up here at the top, because that's what we would need to turn over and move higher. So when I was looking at the range and where we were this morning before I actually started trading, I was looking at this and I'm like, okay, this is a really wide range. We have pre-market high up here, and the orb high was up here at this time. So when I looked at the parameters, I said there's not a very high likelihood. Probabilities are very, very slim that we're going to go the full distance of the range. So with that, I decided to take the auto TP, which is a much smaller window, and I'm trading. I forgot to mention this before. I am up to 0.75R on my trading discipline journey right now. It was 0.5 last week. I done really well all week, so I moved it up to 0.75, and then at the end of this week, as long as everything still goes well, I'll move to 1 next week. So with that, my entry, I decided to take the entry here. We'd already kind of chopped through here, so this was a bad sign for orb. But when we came down to the what little gap there was here on the fair value gap, we did bounce back higher. So, and then this was a pretty strong candle punching through. I really wanted to see it close up above this one, but we were right there at it, so I went ahead and took the entry. I did get a pretty good entry though, because after this candle closed, we sold down, my order executed, and then we pushed up. I moved my stop to a little bit above break even because we were like chopping around right in this area here, and then we finally hit TP and went higher almost to the pre-market high. So a 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio would have played out today as well. So that's a good sign. If I had a full point instead of 0.75, a full 1R. Then we sold off back down to the orb. This could have been another potential entry, but in hindsight, and I was done. I was like, I'm not trading anymore after this. I'm done. It could go higher. It could not. Whatever the case is. But after this big red candle here, we pushed down lower. This orb retest entry would have actually been a pretty good entry on the 0.75R, not on the 1-to-1, because you can see my entry would have been just a little bit lower and my exit could have been a little bit lower, but I don't see the 1-to-1 actually working out here, and it would have came back down and almost stopped you out, if not stopped you out, and chopped around before we finally went higher. So it did finally play out. Buyers kind of stepped in up here at this point, you can see, but again, it was our higher time frame is down, and we're just fighting against the current at that point. So until we actually change directions, it's going to be hard for the up trades. So good Monday. To start out the week. I did only trade one account because my copy trader wasn't set up properly. So only 64.50 in the one account here, and not in the other one. You can see no trades in that one. So that's one of the things I got to maintain on my checklist. So I get one little ding today because I didn't follow my checklist. But I now have made a checklist, and we'll start sticking to that. It's on a note right here on my computer that I'm going to go through every morning to prevent that in the future.